Hi, everybody. Welcome to English for You. And we have a great article for you today. I'm Kat.
I'm Kathy.
And we're talking about one of our neighboring countries, which is also an island country. It's the Philippines. So what do you know about the Philippines?
I've heard one landscape called Chocolate Hills, but I've never been there before.
Really? What are chocolate hills like? Are they supposed to be very brown?
Yeah, people said that the grass turns brown when it's autumn.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That would explain it. Yeah, despite the fact that it's so close to us, I've never been there either, but I do know about some of the places there like Boracay, where it's a famous vacation destination, it's supposed to be really beautiful, and they have a lot of bats. Yeah, they have bats living in caves there that fly out at night. But today we're talking about a location that's on one of the northern parts of the Philippines islands. And so I guess if you guys would like to hear about this kind of paradise place, we're going to get right into it and find out more from our article. Let's go.
Reading.
Find great parks and amazing nature in Subic Bay. Subic Bay is on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. In the past, it was a trading port and a military base. Today, though, it's an incredible place for a vacation. One of the best things about this area is its high number of theme parks. At these, visitors can see cool animals and vivid environments. Ocean Adventure, for instance, is a park where sea lions put on a show for the visitors. Treetop Adventure is another park. There you can climb 100 feet into the air. You'll take a guided tour through the canopy of a dense forest. Back on the ground, you can walk through the forest and meet the Eta people. They've called the Subic area home for thousands of years. Their traditional culture, including their food and ritual dancing, is still alive around the area. Whether you're looking for fun, friends, or culture, you're sure to find it in or near the sunny waters of Subic Bay.
Okay, we're starting out today, getting right into it. The article says Subic Bay is on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. So we learn right away we're talking about a place called Subic Bay. And if you want to know what a bay is like where the ocean goes into kind of an area of water that's not a river. It's too big to be a river, but it's sort of away from the ocean a little bit, but it's still ocean water. So that's a bay, Subic Bay.
今天我们要介绍的是苏比克湾，所以文章一开头就告诉我们它的地理位置是一个位在菲律宾吕宋岛中西部的海湾。
And Luzon is the biggest island in the Philippines, I think. Yeah, so that's probably an important point. And the article says this too. In the past, it was a trading port and a military base. Interesting. So trading port, this is a particular kind of place that's on the ocean or it's on a large river. And it's a place where ships go in and out carrying people, carrying goods and resources. It's kind of like, imagine maybe a boat highway or a boat parking lot where a lot of ships come in and out. So it's very, very busy.
这个苏比克湾在过去是这个贸易港口和军事基地。那这里的 trading 是不可数名词，意思是贸易。那名词是 trade。trading port 是贸易港、商港。那 trade 当及物动词的时候有交换的意思，后面可以加 for。举个例子 She traded 3 apples for a bunch of bananas. 她用3颗这个苹果换得一串香蕉。而当做不及物动词用的时候有做买卖或者是进行交易的意思，后面可以加上 in。例如 He trades in silk. 他经营这个丝绸贸易。
Okay, so if you trade in something, it means that that's the thing that you mostly carry around to give to other people in exchange for money? Yeah, okay, good. And we also have our first vocabulary word here because we said it's a training port. We also said it's a military base. So military is our first official vocab word. It's an adjective here. It can also be a noun. Like adjective, as an adjective, military means having to do with the military. So anything that's about the military is a military thing. It's the same word, but two different types of speech. So what is the military? Well, we're talking about people who fight in wars, soldiers, and the things they use to defend their land or go overseas and fight other countries. The Army is part of the military. That's the ground division. The Navy is the sea division. The Air Force is the air division. And there's other branches in other countries. For example, the US has the Marines, which are like a very well-trained group of soldiers. They do ground and sea missions, stuff like that. So, and when you're talking about a military base, that's the place where military units and soldiers and equipment and things are kept. So usually it's a very, very big compound or place, and they're in a good location to defend from or launch an attack. So yeah, Philippines was a really important place, a really important military base for the US in World War II when they were fighting Japan. So that's probably why, it used to be a military base, and maybe now they have traces of that still, I'm not sure.
OK， 这里提到的 military 是形容词，指的是军事的。military base 就是军事基地。当名词的时候呢，指的是军队、军方。例如 ，the military took over the government， 军方接管了政府。
Right, so if you go to a military school, you're going to be prepared for a military career. All right, so now we know what it was in the past, but what is Subic Bay today? Well, the article tells us today, though, it's an incredible place for a vacation. Nice. So it sounds like it's turned into a more relaxing place.
接着文章告诉我们说，不过今天呢是一个极棒的度假胜地。Incredible 是形容词，了不起的、极棒的。那同时也有呢让人难以置信、惊人的意思。举个例子 ，For such a tiny woman, she had an incredible appetite. 对这么小个子的女人来说，她的胃口大得让人难以置信。Though 呢是连接词，也有尽管、然而的意思。例如 Fortunately, though, they survived. 然而幸运的是，他们幸免于难了。或者 In all, though, we had a good time. 但总的来说，我们玩得很愉快。
Okay, so what makes it such an incredible place to have a vacation? Well, the article says one of the best things about this area is its high number of theme parks. Awesome! I love theme parks. Do you like them?
Me too.
Yeah, me too. So also, you could call a theme park an amusement park, a fun park. Just what is a theme park, though?
Theme park 是主题乐园。Well, I think it's a place where you can ride or take items like a roller coaster, drop tower, teacups, where you can have fun. But I think there's still a little difference between a theme park and an amusement park. For a theme park, like its name, it often tries to tell stories by use of themes like Disneyland. Whereas the amusement parks generally skip any storytelling parts, and sometimes they don't have any defined lands.
Oh, I see. So it's a little bit like Disneyland is a theme park, and like, for example, Six Flags is more about just really exciting rides, and they don't have any big themes. Okay.
那文章这边说呢，关于这个地区最棒的一件事情就是它的主题公园数量很多。Theme park 刚我们提过主题乐园，大多是每一个区域都和故事和有故事跟主题，像是迪士尼。Amusement park 则是比较一般的游乐园的游乐设施，比较没有故事跟主题。
Okay, so these theme parks, I wonder what they are. At these, visitors can see cool animals and vivid environments. Oh, that sounds really cool. I wonder what kind of animals and environments you can see.
在这些主题乐园里面呢，游客可以看到很多很酷的动物，还有生动的环境。
And here we have our second vocabulary word, a vivid environment. Now, vivid is an adjective that comes from vivere in Latin, which means to live. And so as an adjective, we've taken it in English to mean very bright, full of life, full of beauty and color. It really gets your attention because it makes you feel like, wow, that's very, alive and makes you feel very energized kind of look. So it's something that draws your eye, and it's probably something like maybe rainforest with flowers. That's a very vivid environment. Or even places like, I don't know, deserts with cactuses and big orange and red and brown colors could also be vivid. Doesn't have to be alive to be vivid, just have to be colorful. So an example of this might be Gauguin's paintings are full of vivid colors showing the beauty of the island he lived on. That's true. If you ever get to see paintings by Gauguin, they're full of greens and reds and blues and beautiful colors.
这里的 vivid 是形容词，指的是生动的、鲜艳的。例如 The actresses were wearing vivid historical costumes. 女演员们穿着鲜艳的古装。副词就是 vividly. 如果有人给你的回忆让你非常的印象深刻，无法忘记，你可以说 The strong memories from you remain vividly in my mind. Remain vividly in my mind. 深刻留在脑海的意思。例句这里说高更的话充满了鲜艳的色彩，展现他所居住岛屿的美丽。
So remaining vividly in my mind sounds like it's very fresh, so you can still remember everything. All right, and we're talking more about some of the theme parks at Subic Bay. The article says Ocean Adventure, for instance, is a park where sea lions put on a show for the visitors.
Cool.
I love sea lions. They're so cute. And loud, but cute. All right, so for instance here, we have this phrase. It means the same thing as for example. So if you say for instance, it's the same thing as for example. So showing how one example is or highlighting one thing out of many different things. So Ocean Adventure is just one of many theme parks. And we also have this phrase, to put on. So the sea lions put on a show means they hold the event or they host the show, kind of. I mean, I guess their trainers host the show and they kind of do the fun things. But it's kind of showing something people want to see or they can be entertained by. So it's most common to say you'd put on a show, but you could also put on an exhibition or put on a concert or put on a party, something like that.
举海洋探险公园为例，这里呢就是一个主办海狮为游客表演的公园。For instance 和 for example 意思是一样的，都是例如。我们看个例句 There are jobs more dangerous than truck drivers. For instance, training lions at a zoo. 有工作比驾驶呢这个卡车更危险，像是动物园的驯兽。在这里的 put on 呢，不是 put on your coat 穿上你的外套哦，是主办一个演出 put on a show。主办呢一场秀或是一个展览，演唱会也可以说 put on a concert.
Okay. Now, what other adventure parks do we have or theme parks? Well, Treetop Adventure is another park. Treetop, that sounds interesting.
文章接着呢提供另外一个资讯，是树顶冒险乐园，这是另外一个主题。Another 是不特定的单数代名词，没有限制范围，意思呢是任何另外一个。那 others 是不特定的复数，没有限制范围，是任何其他人或是物。例如呢 be kind to others 宽以待人。
Okay, so what can you do at Treetop Adventure? There you can climb 100 feet into the air. I guess in the treetops.
Yes.
Probably. I mean, it's hard to climb into the air if you have nothing there. But the trees are very, very tall, so you can climb the trees to get 100 feet above the ground, which is what, about 30 meters? Something like that? Yeah, 30 meters above the ground.
在那里呢，你可以爬上高空100英尺。The air 意思是空中、天空 in the air。在空中 climb 100 feet into the air 表示爬上高空100英尺，大概是30公尺。
Yeah, so I guess I was right, 30 meters. Okay, and what will you do 100 feet or 30 meters into the air? You'll take a guided tour through the canopy of a dense forest. Wow, that's cool.
文章说呢，你将有导游陪同引领参观，穿梭在这个茂密森林中的树冠里面。
Cool. All right, so we have, well, a little bit about this word canopy. Now, when you go into a rainforest, you have different layers where different things live. So you have the forest floor, which is the ground, and certain things live there, like snakes or certain bugs or something like that. Then you have the middle of the trees where some things like birds and monkeys might live. Then the canopy is the very top of the trees where all the leaves are, and that's what, lets light through to the forest floor, but also blocks too much light from coming in. So the canopy is a very important part of a rainforest. Yeah. So, and we also had this vocab word tour. So tour is something that a tourist does. It's a noun. And when you take a tour, you get a guide, either a human guide or an audio guide, maybe like something kind of like a phone that you can hold up to your ear, and it will explain to you about what's going on, especially in a museum. You will have these. And it tells you about things, or the guide tells you about things. They take you around, they show you the best sights, the best food, experiences, and all the other things about a place that they know really well. So this is a really common thing to do on vacation. And there's different types of tours. You can take a walking tour. Often those are free. You can have a bus tour. You could have a multi-day tour, which is several days long. You can have a museum tour. There's all kinds of tours you can take. And an example sentence might be, the day after arriving in town, my family took a bus tour through its historic center.
这边的 guided 是过去分词当形容词用，意思是有人引导的。guide 当动词的时候表示引导、引领。另外 tour 在这里当名词用是指参观游览，所以 guided tour 就是呢指由导游带领的参观或游览。那么是在哪里游览呢？文章提到这个 canopy 指的是一大片森林的树冠顶棚。那再补充说明一下，这个 guide 也有呢为某个人领路或者是带领的意思。例如 Martin guided him to the reception room. 马丁将他领到接待室。
Okay, and we have another vocabulary word in this sentence. So two in the same one, it's a canopy of a dense forest. So we talked about how canopies can let through light or actually block out light. And this one blocks out more light because it's more dense. So dense is an adjective that means something is very, very thick. And there's not much space in between things in the area that is very dense. So if you have a dense canopy, that means the leaves on the trees are very thick and they go over each other a lot so that they don't let very much light through at all. So forests can be dense. You could have trees very close together. The air can be dense, especially if it's foggy or if there's a lot of pollution. A dense city or a dense population, that means there's a lot of people in it. Or groups of animals, like beehives. That's what I think of when I think of a dense group of animals. Yeah, you could have a lot of things that are dense. Dense has another meaning that's a little bit funny, but I wouldn't say this to somebody because it can be kind of mean. If you call somebody dense, it means they're stupid. They can't understand simple information. They're not quick with their brain. And you'd say, what are you, dense? Yeah, so let's just keep that in mind.
Okay.
It's not a very nice word, though. All right, so an example sentence might be, for the other meaning of dense, the dense crowds of the concert made it hard for me to move to my seat. So everybody was very close together.
Dense 是形容词，指茂密、稠密的。那像刚刚 Kat 老师提到，当你想形容一个人脑袋不怎么灵光或者是愚钝的时候，就可以用这个字哦。
Okay, so we're in the dense forest canopy, taking a tour. That sounds really, really fun. I would love to do that. Now, back on the ground, you can walk through the forest and meet the Eta people.
好，回到地面之后，你可以呢漫步穿过森林，认识呢这个 Eta people。他们是埃塔人哦，有时又称为矮黑人。那句中的 meet 当动词使用的时候，有碰上或者认识的意思。那当名词用的时候，可以表示呢这个竞赛大会。例如 He broke 2 national records in a track meet. 他在一次田径比赛中打破2项全国纪录。
Okay, so what is so special about the Eta or Aita people? They've called the Subic area home for thousands of years. So it sounds like they are the original people of Subic Bay.
他们称这个苏比克地区为家，已经有数千年的历史了。
Okay, their traditional culture, including their food and ritual dancing, is still alive around the area.
那文章告诉我们说，他们传统文化呢，像是食物仪式舞蹈，在该地仍然相当活跃哦。这个 ritual 是形容词，指的是仪式上的。
So we have this vocabulary word here, including their culture, including their food and ritual dancing. Now, including is a preposition. It comes from the verb include, and it means that this thing is a part of a larger group of things. So B, including A is also a part of B. The food is also part of the culture including the food. An example might be, we had lots of great food at my birthday dinner, including chocolate and strawberry cake for dessert.
再来我们要看一个很重要的单字 including 就是包括包含。假设我们要订餐厅要算有几个人 including Mary will be 6. 算上玛丽我们一共有6个人 Not including Mary will be 6. 不算玛丽的话我们一共有6个人。那 including 是从动词 include 衍生来的，这个动词的主动和被动形态呢就是 included 和 included。
Okay, so and then we have yet another vocab word. So we're talking about alive. So if something is still alive today, that means something is still happening. It's still active. It's not dead and people still do it. You can say this about living things like people and plants. They're still alive. Or you can say that about concepts that aren't really like alive, but they are alive in a sort of a figurative way. So you could say love is still alive with your husband or your wife. You could say your traditions are still alive from your family. For example, I used to make gingerbread cookies with my mother for Christmas, and I still keep that tradition alive with my kids today.
Alive 是形容词，意思是现存的、活着的。
So there's a lot to do. There's the Aita people, there's all these tours, there's these theme parks, and it sounds like there's a lot of things to enjoy in Subic Bay, don't you think? Yeah, so whether you're looking for fun, friends, or culture, the article finishes, you're sure to find it in or near the sunny waters of Subic Bay. So if you're saying you are sure to do something, it means it's promised, it's guaranteed, or it's certain that this is going to be true. You can also say it as a kind of a request to somebody. If you say, be sure to blah, 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 it means like, please do this for me. Be sure to wash the dishes after dinner.
文章之后说呢，无论你在寻找乐趣、朋友或是文化，都一定会在苏比克湾阳光明媚的海水中附近找到哦。那这里这个 whether 呢，有不管无论的意思，所引导的子句呢是表示让步的副词子句，用来修饰主要的子句。那表示不管呢，在任何情况之下，主要子句都成立。举个例子 ，Andrew has to go to work on Saturday, whether he wants to or not. Andrew 呢，在星期六得去上班，不管他想不想。那刚刚我们也有提到 water 加上 s 就是水域、海域。最后我们来看 be sure to do something 这个片语表示一定会做某件事。那还可以用在呢祈使句，有提供意见或是叮咛。Be sure to write your homework before you go to bed. 睡觉前一定要写作业哦。
Okay, so that's our article for today. And since we are quite a long on time, I think we're going to go straight to our For You chat.
For You chat.
Okay, our chat question today. Well, this is kind of an interesting one. Have you ever been to a port in Taiwan or in another country? And what did you think of the port? So have you been to one of these places?
I've been to Taichung Port.
Oh, really?
台中港 Yeah.
And what did you think of being there?
It's a very nice place to have night scenes. People go there for dating, and it's also a tourist attraction recently.
Oh, okay. The one that comes to mind for me is Yokohama Port in Japan. Yeah, it's really lovely. Like, they have this area with a Ferris wheel and shopping called Minato Mirai. And from the top of the Ferris wheel, you can see, like, the whole Yokohama Bay. And there's cruise ships that come in and out of there because it's a very, very big port. Yeah, so those are some places we've been. You guys have probably seen places like this, maybe Keelung, maybe Danshui or Taichung Port, or in other countries too. So tell your classmates about it. And that's all we have for today. So for You, I'm Kat.
I'm Kathy.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Find great parks and amazing nature in Subic Bay. Subic Bay is on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. In the past, it was a trading port and a military base. Today, though, it's an incredible place for a vacation. One of the best things about this area is its high number of theme parks. At these, visitors can see cool animals and vivid environments. Ocean Adventure, for instance, is a park where sea lions put on a show for the visitors. Treetop Adventure is another park. There you can climb 100 feet into the air. You'll take a guided tour through the canopy of a dense forest. Back on the ground, you can walk through the forest and meet the Eta people. They've called the Subic area home for thousands of years. Their traditional culture, including their food and ritual dancing, is still alive around the area. Whether you're looking for fun, friends, or culture, you're sure to find it in or near the sunny waters of Subic Bay.
Vocabulary Review. Military. Men once had to do military service in this country, but that stopped in 2018. Vivid. The garden was full of vivid flowers, which formed a colorful display. Tour. Norman took the foreign visitors on a tour of Taiwan's most interesting areas. Dense. With many people waiting for the train, Sandy found it hard to move among the dense crowds. Including. This restaurant serves a full meal, including dessert, for only 200 NT dollars. Alive. The last few hundred speakers of this language are trying hard to keep it alive.
智慧小补帖
Incredible. Theme park. Canopy. Ritual.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net